Okay, hello everyone. I will be talking about what the M&A case competition is today. So, what is M&A case competition? Um, M&A case competition is which stands for mergers and acquisitions case competition is basically a simulation of real world investment banking work. Instead of just learning theory, participants actually step into the role of financial advisors. In this competition, teams usually made up of 3 to 5 students are given a business case. And this case typically involves a company that is considering a major decision, such as acquiring another company, merging with a competitor, or selling parts of its business. And your role would be to analyze the situation as if we're hired by the company, so we are not just solving the problem, but we're advising a client. Why does this matter? What makes this competition different from typical academic work is that there is no single correct answer. Instead, the focus is on how well you support your decision. You need to combine financial analysis, strategic thinking, and clear communication. In other words, it's not just about being good at finance, it's about making a convincing argument. Now I'll be talking about the main components of the competition. The first is the case itself. The case sets up the entire situation. For example, a company might be considering acquiring a smaller competitor to expand its market share or selling division that is underperforming. The case usually includes background information such as financial statements, industry data, and company strategy. Understanding the case clearly is the first and the most important step because everything else depends on it. Second component is analysis, which is the core of the competition. This part can be broken down into 3 areas. First, financial analysis. This includes valuation models like DCF, comparable company analysis. Um, the goal here is to estimate how much the target company is worth. Um, Second, strategic analysis. We look at how the deal fits into the company's overall strategy. For example, does it help the company grow, enter a new market, or gain a competitive advantage? Third, synergy analysis. This is where we estimate the additional value created by the deal, such as cost savings or increased revenue after the merger. All of these analysis need to connect logically. It's not about doing as many calculations as possible, but about using the right analysis to support your argument. But as far as I know, this competition won't require you to do any valuation models like DCF, COMS, etc. So you don't really have to worry about that part. The third component is recommendation. After completing the analysis, we need to make a clear decision. Should the company proceed with the deal or not? The answer is yes. We also need to explain how the deal should be structured. For example, what price should be offered, whether it should be paid in cash or stock, and what risks needed to be considered. This is where many teams struggle because having good analysis is not enough. You need to turn that analysis into a clear and confident conclusion. The final component is a presentation. Teams present their recommendation to a panel of judges who usually act as executives or investors. This part is very similar to how investment bankers pitch deals in real life. The key here is clarity and persuasion. Even if your analysis is strong, it won't matter if you can't communicate it effectively. After the presentation, there is usually a Q&A session where judges ask questions to test your team's logic and knowledge about this case. This is often the most challenging part because you need to defend your ideas under pressure. To summarize, an M&A case competition is practical simulation of real M&A advisory work. It requires you to understand a business situation, perform both financial and strategic analysis, make a clear recommendation, and present it in a convincing way. So in simple terms, it's not just about numbers, it's about making decisions and being able to defend it. So that's everything that I had to explain it today about the M&A case competition. Thank you, and we'll meet you on the next session next week. Thank you.